Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm David Cherry. I'm a coach to founders and creators. And today I want to talk about visionaries and how visionaries get stuck in the future and struggle to bring things into the present to actually make progress on their goals. Now, I'm a very visionary focused person. I am always thinking about the future. I'm thinking about, is this aligned with where I want to be in the long term? Is this right for me? How can I improve myself more? I'm always planning. I'm always looking at strategy. And I'm not often finding myself stuck in the doing. And sometimes that's a problem. Now, for other people, they might always be about the checklist. They might always be about knocking out today's to-do, so much so that they lose sight of the future. But that's not who this video is for today. Today's video is for the visionaries who are always future-focused and want to learn how to take some of what they want to do in the future and make it real, make it happen, make some progress today. So if you think about your future vision as this distant future, it's almost like there's a telescope that you're looking through and you're seeing into the distant future. You're saying to yourself, what do I want to be like at 20 years from now? What do I want my future to look like? You're gazing way off into the distant future. And the trick, the tactic, the task at hand is going from the future that you see, that you've strategized on, that you've planned, and bringing it back into the medium term, back into the short run to today, so that you can turn that into some type of action that actually creates progress towards the goals that you have. Now, this is one of the biggest things that I do in my coaching practice is I help people understand what is the long-term vision that they're aligned with, and how do they actually take steps towards that today? What are the realistic next steps they can take that will start making some progress forward towards that goal? Now, here's how we can think about this. We can think about it like a question, a series of questions that helps us bring the future into today. You might have a big question, which is, do I want to be in this career? And maybe I should change careers. Maybe I should become a designer. Maybe I should become a product manager. That is this distant question you have about yourself. Am I in the right career? Should I become a designer? Should I change industries? And while that's a very useful question, in the sense that if you answer that and you make progress and you find yourself in a new career, so many things can improve in your life. However, it's such a big question that your brain does not know where to start. When you're thinking about that distant future, the question, should I become a product designer, is such a big question that we don't know how to actually work with that. Your brain is amazing at solving problems. It's amazing at answering questions, but the giant questions, very difficult to solve. So here's the trick. Here's the way to go from the future to the medium term to the present to see specifically what you can do to start making progress. You want to ask a new question that is more immediate in its focus, that's shorter term in its focus. So the big question is, should I become a product designer? Should I switch roles, become a product designer? Well, one question back from that, one lens down from that in the medium term might be, how do I get a job interview at a new company to see if I could get hired as a product designer? How do I get into job interviews of being a product designer? That might be one step back. That's the medium term view, not being in the job, being successful. The step back is learning some skills and actually getting an interview. But that's still the medium term. Let's bring it one back to today, because even that is too far out for where you might be. So instead you could start asking in the short term, who do I know that is a product designer? Who do I know that's in the role that I might be happy in? Who in my network could I ask to get coffee with that will tell me about what it's like to be in their job and help me understand if it's a fit for me or not? What are the top 3 books in that industry that I can read that would give me a sense about what that work looks like? What are online courses that I could take that would teach me a little bit of this skill so I can understand if I really am passionate about it or not? Those questions that I just listed, those change how you see what it is that you're trying to do today. We took it from the future to the medium term to the present. And by answering those questions, now your brain is able to come up with good solutions. Oh, I know someone in my network who is in that role. Let me reach out to them. I could text them right now. I could Google top 3 books in this area or this industry. I could search on a course website like Skillshare to figure out, are there courses on this that I could start taking and just see if it has my interest. By changing the questions that we ask, we change our ability to solve them and provide answers that can be more immediate in making us progress. And the thing to really know is that if you ask a friend to get coffee to talk about what it's like in their job, if you take a 2-hour course online, if you buy a book and read most of it, you are making actual progress towards the big question, towards the future that you want. Much more so than thinking more about that future, than planning more about that future. So something you can do today, this week, is think about, what are my big vision ideas? What are these big contexts that I'm trying to put myself in the future? And how do I start breaking it down with new questions that bring it to the present? From the long term, and then add a question, to the medium term, and then add a question that changes the filter, that changes the view, and helps you answer that question for yourself in the short run in a way that truly gives you progress today. So that's what I have for you, the visionary, asking new questions, setting new contexts, changing that lens to be medium and then short run. You can do this on a piece of paper in your notebook, and it'll help you see what's possible in the present moment, not just in the future. So I hope that helps. I hope this is something that you visionaries can run with and start making more progress on the types of things that you really want in your life. If you have any questions or comments, of course, leave them right in the comment section below. And I'll be back again with another video very soon. Thanks.